So welcome back to 3D drawing for your model railway. In today's episode I'm going to continue on working on with some more detail. We did the cab parts last lesson. What I'm looking at doing today is coming into the area around the cab with these handrails, adding all these in. These should be pretty straightforward and hopefully they should be easy enough to follow for everybody. So jumping into Fusion, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to attach the handrails to the chassis. So we're going to make sure that we've got the radio button for the chassis ticked. Once we've done that, we're going to create an offset plane from the top edge, and we're just going to drag that into the model slightly. I'm thinking maybe 0.3 of a millimetre, so minus 0.3 on mine. I might change that in a bit, but we're going to go for 0.3 initially, and then we're going to add the handrails on. Okay, if we look at the diagram, it's not the greatest to be able to follow, but it will give us some idea if we mix that in with these parts. So we've got one handrail here which looks pretty much like it's in line with the edge of the doorway. So this point here, so I'm going to turn this off actually, make it easier to see. Creating a sketch on this front panel. I'm just going to draw a line. In fact, first of all, I'm going to project the bottom geometry and this top geometry to be able to follow to. Okay, so draw a line and I'm going to snap it about that position. I'm actually going to come ever so slightly higher. So at that point it's 12.8, so I'm going to go 12.95. 95. Just so it's slightly higher, I can file that down afterwards if I need to. But I found on the initial test print on DTS it did ever so slightly be shorter than what I wanted. Okay, so that's the first one gone up. That's got a handrail that goes sideways to the cab. Now the issue with drawing that is it's going to clash with the cab position. It will be quite weak when it prints. Let's draw it on there, and then potentially we might have to remove it. So to the cab looks like it's about 3 millimeters. Look at ever so slight, so 3.1 millimeters. Should clash with that back edge slightly. And then we'll put a tick on there. Okay, so the next position is the other side of the footsteps. There's two of them. We're going to be like this position here. So again, up there for one of them. Take that, and then the next one. For some reason, let's define these before going further. There to there. 2.25. Define there to there. 4.25. Okay, next one is coming up here. 12.95 is the height. Okay, and its position. Pretty much going to be where it is, I think. So 1.2. Okay, so that's those ones. Height on that one from there to there. 7 mil. Okay, so the next handrail. Sort of halfway along this panel here. Unfortunately, none of these pictures are perfectly side on. So halfway along this panel. So I'm going to go 12.1 on the height. And distance from that last one that I just drew, 8.7. Okay, and then the last one is beyond the end, it goes over the top of the shaker. Wait a minute, I've got this in the wrong place. 12mm looks about right. Okay, so we've got, let's just drag this dimension out. Two sets of handrails coming along below this one. So this is going to go, this one's here. Start on that pole and go along to the end one. Height wise, let's try 3.3. Similar sort of height for the next one. From there to there, dimension between them. 3.3. How does that look height wise compared to these panels? Okay, there's another one that comes up on the end. That's going to be about a foot from that point. It goes diagonally, it goes horizontally across first. So that's dimension from the top down to there. Length 5.4mm. Diagonal part goes down that foot, so from this one, down like that, and we can define distance from that pole, 2mm. Okay, so now what we need to do is pipe these. Now the pipes we did on the DTS were 0.5mm, so we just do the same with this one. And as we found with the DTS, you've got to do all your pipes individually. You can't go along and click control. It won't allow you to do that. So we'll go 0.5 on all of them. And we've got to have that sketch back open so you can see them all again. That's not what we're doing. We want the chassis, not the cab. Let's just minimise this. Sketches and sketch 7. So again, we're just looking for pipes. All of them should be 0.5. Last one did a cut for some reason. That's too far in. Yeah, I'm going to dump this one because as you can see it's cut into the body there, so I'm going to delete that off. I'm going to mix that one out. Okay, so that. So about 0.5 is the smallest that we could get away with printing it reliably. It is set back slightly, which is what we wanted, so I'm not going to move the offset plane. As I said, we will lose this one because unfortunately it just cuts into the cab at the wrong point and it just would look wrong. So better leaving it off than adding something that's going to make it look a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. Turn the sketch off. Okay, so that's that area handrailed up. Even that just makes it look a little bit more detailed there. So while we're on the handrails now, we might as well look at doing the ones that go around the back of the unit. These are going to have to be slightly different here because these curve around the back. Find a picture looking towards the rear. They curve round on the back here. We're not going to be able to draw them the same process because we won't be able to get the curve on here. So we'll have to do a separate offset and draw the horizontal beams on a side plane. So it'll make sense as I draw it. So we're going to use the construction plane again. We're looking for the one that's on the chassis. We'll create a sketch on that plane, and we're going to put them onto the rear of the unit. So let's find some nice pictures of the rear. We've got 1, 2 that go up either side of the door unit. So in this area here, again we're going to project geometry from that rear unit. So let's draw a line coming up here. I think 12.95 was on the last one, so we'll go with the same again. We'll define distance. Pick that point for me. If it's there somewhere, let's get in the line there. That'll do. So 0.75 on that one there, and then we've got another that comes up height wise 12.95, and it goes to the other side of the handrail. I don't know if that's outside the footsteps. Yeah, that's sort of roughly in the right place there, I think. So let's define that distance across there as 4.4, I think. If that goes all the way to the top, yes it does. Okay, I've got 2 more. Let's find a better pitch towards the rear. See if we can get these in the right place. There we go. So it's ever so slight in from the end. So similar process. And this one only goes up height wise to sort of where the window is. So we've got 7.5 height on that. And distance from the end, 2.5 I think. And draw another one. In fact, we'll draw a line between those two, and then we can snap to the midpoint of that line. 7.5 height. Just check that is on the midpoint. Looks pretty central to me. Okay, and then obviously we make sure the sketch is open. If we just collect all of these with control, like I'll hold control down while I select all them, and there we go, pipe them, and it's not done them all for some reason. It's weird. So you pick that one, that one. We've definitely got 4 picked there. Pipe, and it's for some reason gone down on a U shape there. So just do them individually. So that one. Don't want that bottom. So what I'm going to have to do is delete that line there, and then we'll see if that will pipe then all of them individually. Pipe. So that's those 4. Turn that sketch off. Okay, so now we'll draw the end one. So we're going to create an offset plane from this end of the wagon, that's the unit, coming minus 0.6 up, was it? I think we had on the original one. Let's just check that. That's 0.3, sorry. That, so minus 0.3. Okay, and then we can draw onto the end. It looks like it's about a foot across this upright. Draw on that profile. Project that line on, and then project the point of the top of the handrails there. So come up 7.5 distance from the end Let's go 4mm. Okay, and then we're going to turn this into a 3D sketch, and then we should be able to draw from that point to do the front end. No, we need to come to where that point is there, and then this one comes along this side. Drawn? No, it's not. So from there, it's not drawing for some reason. Escape from there. It's come up and over, that's fine. So go from that point. I wonder if it's not doing it because these are piped. Let's select them and delete them. So delete those pipes. Suppress them, that might work. It's not liking it. Let's suppress them and suppress. Okay, let's delete that sketch and suppress that feature. Okay, we'll draw a sketch on that plane piece. So that's that one. So let's draw a line. That 3D sketch off to start with. Project that on. And we'll have that sketch turned on and we can project that line. Okay, looks like it is projecting that. And okay, so let's see what we can do then. So line coming up again. So it's not liking that. Project that one. Draw a line again. Draw a sketch. Offset plane B, that one. Project that onto it and that onto it. There we go. I think it had picked up the wrong plane when I was drawing it. So 7.5 high. Dimension from there to the end being 4mm. Okay, turn it into a 3D sketch. Line from there to there. And from that point, can we draw it all the way up to points there, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go from you to you. That's good, there we go. Right, now we're going to fill it into this corner. Oops, I can't sketch. Let's go back into it. Fill it, sketch, fill it into that corner there. So between these two. That rounds that corner off. How sharp curve is it? Maybe a little bit smaller than that, so 0.5. Let's go 0.75, I think. 0.75, let's have a look at this. So you should be defined, yep. You should be defined. You're already defined. Distance from there's defined, height's defined, width on that's defined. I don't know what's not liking it. It's got a curve down on this corner as well. So we'll fill it. Do we do that? No. We'll keep that as it is for the moment. And then we'll pipe this for. Okay, so if we unsuppress these, will it now throw a hissy fit? Unsuppress that one. And if we pipe that one. Okay, so it's actually okay with that. So let's now do another offset plane from that surface, bring that up, height wise, so it's about halfway, so these are 7.5, so we'll do 7.5 divided by 2, that's the halfway point, and then create a sketch on that surface. Let's get the geometry for sketch 11 and project that onto it, which doesn't like because we piped it. Let's unpipe that, suppress it, edit that sketch, project that line, that line, and fill it. Finish that, and then we should be able to pipe that. For some reason it's letting me select them now, so we can pipe them okay. We can unsuppress that, turn these sketches off so that it's clean. And if we go back into it, I bet you it won't let me do this without ruining that one now. 0.75. Finish that. Yeah, I thought that might throw that up. That was that sketch. So we can now pipe that. Yeah. So that bit on the end, to fix this, all we're going to do is grab that profile, and then we're going to extrude that. .75 into there, tell it to join, and then we've got the handrail on the rear done. Let's turn that sketch off. So we've got the handrail on the rear and the handrail on the front there. So I think that's probably long enough for this episode. It's taking a little while longer than I thought for doing then, but at least that's those detailed parts added. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more content.